Gotta say thank you to our studio audience for joining us today on Delmarva Life. Wouldn't you just love to be here? You can find out how to become a member of our studio audience by visiting delmarvalife.com and clicking on the show tab.
And all you need to do, if you do not have a computer, is call that number on your screen, 443-880-9116.
If you have been here for any time whatsoever, you know Delmarva is rich with culture, and a big part of that culture is Delaware's Amish community.
Yeah, from the farmlands to the schoolhouses, it's so unique. And in just a couple of weeks, you can see all of it up close on the Amish Country Bike Tour.
So joining us today to tell us more about that event is coordinator Lorraine Dion. Lorraine, thanks for coming in today. Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
This is one of the biggest and one of the oldest bike tours around.
It certainly is. It's a 26 year for the Amish Country Bike Tour, and it's grown bigger every year. And this year we have over 1,700 people registered so far to participate, with a week and a half left to go. So
wow,
it's big.
Now, 26 years, that's a long time.
It is.
How did it all get started?
It started with a bicycle group organization 26 years ago, and it got so big that about 15 years ago they asked Kent County Tourism to organize it and continue to coordinate it for them.
And I guess a big draw here is the fact that it actually goes through Amish country.
Oh my gosh, there's all these different bike tour loops from 15 mile to 100 mile, and you go through all the little back roads, and you go through the Amish countryside and see dairy farms and greenhouses and people working in the field. And the biggest stop is actually the Amish schoolhouse, is the most favorite of the rest stops.
And this draws in a lot of cyclists, doesn't it? Not just from Delmarva.
It certainly does. We have them coming from over 20 states this year. We have more out of state than in state participating. We have a lot of families who participate, but we also have a lot of professional cyclists who use this as a warming up for their other, bike races. So it's exciting.
Kids?
Kids, yes, kids over 5, under 5, kids, a lot of families, a lot of adults. It's a really neat atmosphere.
You got all those riders doing different races, or not races.
Yeah, this one's
just
a tour.
Ride. It's
right.
a tour, and you have all the different lengths, all the different 10 miles.
Yes,
15?
they go from 10, 15, 25, 50, 62, and 100 mile loops. And there's 4 rest stops, and you can go at your own pace. And at all the rest stops, there's also music, there's food, there's, water, Gatorade. We go through 142 cases of water in this event.
Now, we're showing some pictures right here about some pies and such.
Oh, wow, yes.
Please, tell me about that.
We have 200 pies that are baked from Byler's Market in Dover, and they're served by the Amish girls at the schoolhouse to all the cyclists. That's on top of the 875 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh, my goodness.
875
peanut butter and jelly. We'll be making those Thursday night. So we go through a lot of food, a lot of product, and a lot of sponsors who graciously donate, a lot of product for these cyclists.
All right, so you have a registration. Are there any fees?
Yes, right now the fee is $60 per cyclist. 5 to 15 is $25, and you can even register on the day of the event. We get a lot of day of registrations as well.
So you can still register now.
That's correct.
And you can register when you get there.
Yes, and it starts between 7 and 10:30. Any cyclist can go out on their own, but the mass start is at 8 o'clock, where the majority of the cyclists go out, and they're led by an Amish horse and buggy.
Oh, that's
to
neat.
Start the race. It's very unique.
Right, all
and
right.
This starts on Legislative Avenue in Dover?
That's correct. If you put in 411 Legislative Avenue on your GPS, you'll get there fine.
There you are.
All right, and this, by the way, this benefits who?
Yes, it benefits the Amish Schoolhouse Fund, and it also benefits the Central Delaware YMCA children's programs.
Oh, great event.
So it is. It's very unique. It's a lot of fun, and people come back every year.
It's open to everyone. All right.
That's correct.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Thank you
so
for
much.
having me here.
Appreciate you being in with us. Well, now, if you would like to register online for the Amish Country Bike Tour, all you have to do is go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab.
A little bit later on Delmarva Life, 10 ways to cut 10 pounds. Simple substitutions you won't even miss.
But next, we only have about a month left of summer, but you can still have a gorgeous garden. Gardening expert Jenny Rosenkrantz here to show us what to plant to attract the beautiful birds and the butterflies before they head south for the winter.